Winter season jobs, where to go, which states to work in. In this video, we'll cover the time frame of the winter season, the location, housing, money and the potential for savings, job and what kind of jobs, and just planning your year out. So number one, the start date is going to be early November usually, and the end of the season is in early April in general, so about 5 months. This can change a little bit depending on snowfall in some places. They may extend their season, but most places will have November start dates, but many places will hire throughout the season when jobs are open. So you might want to start after the holidays. Employers will usually look for people who can finish the season, and they might offer a bonus for this. But schedules change, people leave jobs, so jobs become open throughout the season. So number two, where are the jobs? So there are very few jobs in warm climates. There are some in Florida, like the Everglades, the Keys. There are a few in Texas, such as Big Bend National Park. There's Death Valley, California. But the majority of the jobs, I would have to say, are in ski resorts, of course, in Colorado, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, California, states like Vermont. And there are a few resorts up in Alaska. I shouldn't forget as well the jobs in national parks for the winter season. The south rim of the Grand Canyon hires year-round. The part of Yellowstone that remains open in the winter hires year-round. Parks like Yosemite, Mount Rainier as well. There are so many jobs in Alaska in the summer. In the winter, the jobs are fewer. There is a ski resort south of Anchorage that hires for the winter season, Alyeska. And near Fairbanks, there's Chena Hot Springs and Borealis Basecamp. Many people visit in winter to see the northern lights. And so there are like resorts and hot springs up there. There's also a northern Minnesota. A lot of places, or a lot of people, it's kind of off their radar, but northern Minnesota along Lake Superior, there are jobs in the lodges along the lake there, and just more kind of inland, closer to like the smaller lakes. There are some lodges that stay open in the winter. Private rooms are an option, I've noticed, for many of those jobs in Minnesota. Number three, housing. So it's going to be a little more expensive than in the summer season. The options aren't as great. Many of the big ski resorts will have shared housing, like dormitory style, or a room shared with one other person. You might have better luck finding your own room in a shared house. There are some ski resorts that have private housing options. A few that come to mind, Granby Ranch in Colorado, Mammoth Mountain in California has some private housing options, as far as I understand, and Red Mountain Lodge in Montana. You might be able to just find your own housing and not, just not even bother with the employee housing, but find your own housing, like a private room in a shared space somewhere. Because there's a lot of seasonal workers who are just kind of doing that, just finding their own housing. Places that offer private single room housing are out there, but they are a little harder to find. You can filter your searches on CoolWorks. You can also search on Indeed, search for seasonal jobs with housing, or just jobs with housing. Smaller hotels are more likely to offer you your own room at the hotel, or they're more likely to have housing with single non-shared rooms. In the winter season, most companies that offer housing are going to charge more, of course, possibly in the range of $600 a month and up. It's still a much better deal than rent for an average apartment in a city somewhere. Jobs, like what kind of jobs are there out there? For winter, many of the jobs are in ski resorts, so every job you can think of in the resort or on the slopes. Lift operator, ticket taker, retail, grooming the snow slopes and trails, shuttle driver, valet, front desk, housekeeper, night audit, spa attendant, pool attendant, restaurant work, you name it, pretty much the whole gamut of jobs. And then you have the sunny climate jobs in Florida, where you have jobs in the resort and jobs related to outdoor activities there, such as like tour guide in the Everglades or the Florida Keys. Just a few examples off the top of my head. If you're in a management position, you will of course have better pay and often the option to have your own non-shared private housing. So money, the potential for savings. In general, from what I've seen, the pay seems to be a little higher in the winter with higher housing costs. That will balance out and you would ideally be able to save more with the higher pay. In the seasonal world, there's almost always the chance to pick up extra shifts somewhere if you want to really grind and save for a few months. I know someone who has driven a shuttle between the airport and the ski resorts in Vail, Colorado. He makes a great hourly wage and lots of tips. Some of the ski resort towns like Telluride are going to be great if you're in like a tipped position there. Planning your year. So a few people I know save all summer and then go live somewhere overseas where cost of living is low. So they essentially work for half the year, then take the other half of the year off and relax on a beach, maybe in Mexico, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, take surf lessons. That's the life. Take 5 or 6 months off, travel, relax, take care of your health. But if you want to work through the winter, you could still save a lot over that time. Then take a break of a month or a couple months, maybe May, June, July, come back to the US and work July, August through October. So maybe you want to reverse some, working all summer and just work through the winter and then take the entire summer off. It's up to you. You can design what you want your year to look like. That's definitely one thing I love about the seasonal work lifestyle. So to wrap up, when it comes to winter, the way I see it, if you're going to live in that climate, why not be somewhere to really enjoy the beauty of winter? In the mountains somewhere like Colorado. It's an amazing, inspiring feeling to wake up and see those snowy peaks every day. Living in a city in winter, like commuting in rough weather, freezing temps, that can be rough. The short days and the darkness and gray skies, the lack of sunshine can be tough to deal with for long stretches. So at a resort, in a beautiful location, you're going to get to experience the best of winter. If you're into skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, winter hikes, then you're really going to have a lot of fun. You'll come back tired after a fun day in the snow and sit by the fire and warm up. All right, so I wanted to try to cover everything when it comes to the winter season. If there's anything I left out, anything you want to add, let me know in the comments. All right, thank you everyone for stopping by and tuning in. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you in the next one.